Hello and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. Most folks just call me Orange Joe, and we won again last time. We're don't call it a streak. But we have a, as the game puts it, win streak of 2. So we've won a couple times. We got some nice unlocks. We beat the heart last time, or Mom's heart rather, with Judas last time, and we're moving along. I think we're gonna try an Eden run today. Just we're mixing it up, keeping it fresh. I don't want to keep going on the same characters over and over again. So we have 8 tier delay, 3.38 damage, 9 movement speed. Honestly, our stats are looking real good. If I knew what our HP was, I'd be a lot more confident in this one. We're not going to take the pill until we know what our HP is looking like. Unfortunately, the curse of, I think it's called the Curse of the Unknown, making it so that we don't have any idea what our HP is actually looking like. That's the only thing that scares me, because sometimes Eden can start with a singular piece of HP, be it a Spirit Heart or Red Heart. So I'm going to play this one real close to the chest, try and basically act like we're at all times 1 hit away from death. Which, given that on my Switch runs, I've been playing a lot more of the Lost or whatever that character is. I have a little bit of experience being 1 hit away from death at all times, but we're gonna try and be underway here. Hopefully shouldn't be too bad. If we can get off this floor and mosey on down to the next floor, actually see what our HP is looking like, we'll have a lot less to fear. Or if our item room is kind of stacked, for items we started with as Eden, because Eden always starts with an active item and a passive item. We got Brother Bobby, I do believe, and Soul Converter. Soul Converter, not too bad. I think it converts 3 Soul Hearts into 1 Red Heart container. It's the opposite of Guppy's paw, basically. It's fine. It is what it is. I'm not huge on it. It's great if you're looking to, create more Red Heart containers for whatever reason, if you're doing that kind of run, but I don't know. It's not a great item. It's one that's like nice to have picked up just to say you've had it before, but beyond that, it's not really a priority pickup or anything like that. So we managed to find our boss room relatively easily without too much strife, as long as we can beat this champion here without getting hit. Because those are scary right now, because champions right now could be, literal instant death for us, just because champions deal 1 full heart of damage most of the time. Some of them I think can even do 2 full hearts of damage, and we don't know what our HP is like. And also, you don't know what the seed is. Completely forgot to tell you again. That's my B, and I'm sorry. I'll tell you in just a second here. Once this fight is over, I will tell you the seed, and we'll be well on our way to that. See if we managed to get Dingle to go right into our fly that's on the wall there. Huge help for damage there. Excellent. We got through the fight, no damage. You love to see getting through the first floor without taking any damage. We got Squeezy, which is gonna help immediately, because we got 2 Soul Hearts on top of it. We're gonna see if we can fish for a bomb to get that tinted rock we saw earlier, and we got a freaking Eternal Heart, so that's also huge, because it means that next floor will have an extra Red Heart container. So that means whatever hearts we see on the next floor, we have to remember that 1 Red Heart and 2 Soul Hearts came from this floor just at the end of the floor. We didn't have them starting out, so that's kind of massive for us. But this is our... okay, we just took some damage. So we'll know that we took probably a half heart damage. So we didn't get a bomb. It's fine. Not a huge deal. We got 4 keys. We're happy with it. But yeah, I mean, we're doing pretty good. I promised you the seed, so I'm going to show you the seed now. I'm sorry for the delay, but it is WHR4SV17. So if you're playing along at home, decide to pick Eden, play along with me. I'd love to hear how you do. Put it in the comment section down below so I can read up on what all you, as Carol Baskins put it, cool cats and kittens are up to. So yeah, we started last floor with 2 Soul Hearts, just 2, and that's really bad. That would have, that had very, 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 very high chance of us dying had we taken any real damage. Like if we got hit by a champion at all, or we were a little bit less clear on the Dingle fight there, that could have went terrible. But we managed to pull through. We have 2 of the same pill. We're gonna take it. See what it is. Oops. Pheromones. Okay. It's not bad. We'll turn some enemies with us when we get to a room that they start rushing us down or something like that, or there's champions, and we'll use it. We'll try and remember to use it. I'm sorry, I keep talking about this episode again. The cursed episode that was now 3 episodes ago. I believe it was episode 6. At the end of that episode, I had Acid Baby and a pill that would have dealt poison damage, and the pill itself dealt poison. Acid Baby dealing poison damage and the pill itself dealing poison damage meant that we probably could have survived that room we were in. But given that a room full of those three, what was it, three meat dudes, you know, whatever those are called, killed us, I don't have high hopes that we could have made it through, you know, any harder situations than that room presented us, because it was just, you know, we're gonna use the pill. Check that out. So now he is. Oh, they're all helpful. So they're gonna kill each other for it. Well, okay, they're gonna deal damage to each other, not kill each other. But you know, do some work, good work for us there. And we're gonna continue on. I heard a key drop, but we have enough keys, so we're gonna open this and then we're gonna go back for the key. Spider Baby, not great. I think it's whenever we take damage, we have a chance to spawn an attack spider back, or we guaranteed do. It's not stellar. Soul Converter is tempting right now because we have enough soul hearts to do it, which is kind of rare with Soul Converter. Man, we are starving for some bombs right now. There's so many good opportunities for us to use it, or use bombs, and we just don't have any bombs. But I think what we're gonna do is after this room, I'm gonna find out exactly how many soul hearts it takes for Soul Converter, and if it's 2, I think will be our cutoff. If it's 2 or less, we will do it. That makes me a little less enticed to do it, but we're still gonna look. We're still gonna see, because if it's 3, no way, ain't no way. Soul Converter. Let's check it out here. Is it Soul hyphen Converter? What? Oh, it's just called Converter. I don't know what I'm talking about. It is 2, so we'll use it once, just for posterity's sake. Check that out. Now, next floor we'll have 3 red hearts going in. Red hearts are really good. You know, don't let me downplay that at all to you. You want to have more red hearts than soul hearts in some cases, and in others you don't. But for right now, going up to 3 red hearts for the start of the next floor, can't complain. I would love to have 3 red hearts as opposed to 2. Like, I know it costs me 2 HP now, but it's a replenishable heart, because red hearts are the most common consumable item drop, I believe, in the game, other than maybe pennies. But they're going to be everywhere, and if we're going to take damage, we might as well have the ability to replenish it. Plus, who knows, we might even just end up spending our red hearts on this deal with the devil, which, now that I think of it, kind of big misplay, but we'll see. There's an HP item right there anyway, so not a huge deal. Yeah, so, well, let's see. These items aren't great. We could try and angle for a deal with the devil, but I like Little Brim, so we'll take Guppy's Paw just to have it with us, because it's a Guppy item. We'll take Little Brim, run it a little tight, but then we'll pick up an HP item, and then we'll drop down a floor and pick up another HP item, and we'll be good to go. You know, we dropped Soul Converter, but it's just called Converter, excuse me. But now we have a little bit more HP, and we're gonna press the spacebar to consume 1 red heart to give us a whole big benefit, and then Little Brim here is gonna be our damage dealer. we may not be too bad in the damage department ourselves with our tier rate, but again, high tier rate but low damage is not how I like to play the game. I'm just not good at it, so we're gonna use Little Brim, who does way more damage than we do right now, as our primary damage source. And oh, yep, so we took some damage there, spawned a spider, which is nice, but I'd rather not take the damage at all than spawn a spider. So, unfortunately, we gotta kind of keep an eye out for where we're shooting, because it does, you know, move enemies around, apparently. Who'd have thunk? So we're gonna use this card right away. Give us 2 bombs. We need bombs. We would like to find some, you know, things that go good with bombs, like tinted rocks or secret rooms, maybe, depending on the secret room. But for right now, we're happy to see any bombs drop, because we haven't had any until right now on this run. A single standard chest I don't think is worth a bomb to us right now. It could be, but the chance of those dropping just like a penny is too high for me. I would rather keep the bomb for a potentially more useful application, like a reroll on an item pedestal, or the shop if we ever get to the shop, or anything like that, than just kind of, oh look, it's a chest. Feel like, look at that, we already found tinted rock. We're gonna see if we can angle it there. Just, yep, look at that. Excellent play, if I do say so myself. Getting into the secret room here. More bombs. Okay, we're now that we have 5 bombs. Now you're talking. I'm willing to go get the chest now. See, you game Isaac. You've persuaded me. You've successfully persuaded me into opening this, and it had 2 bombs in it. What do you know? So no matter what, we were going to profit from that situation. I don't know what I was being such a baby about. Don't mind me. But that, like, being honest with you and me, that had a high potency to be a useless chest for us. A lot of standard chests, oh, bad damage, do not actually generate that much value for you. If you can open it for free, great. But if you can't, don't bother. Just let it be. And, you know, if it comes down to your last, like, 2 bombs, I would say 10 times out of 10, don't bother. Unless you're, like, really hurting for, like, you're so close to getting, like, an A+ item in the shop, but you just need a couple more pennies or, you know, something like that, fine. All right, you can make a case. But if you can help it, don't spend the last of a very, very valuable resource like a bomb or even a key on golden chests. If it's your last and you haven't been to the shop or item room and you have enough money for the shop, or you know you need items right now, don't, for goodness sakes, don't. Oh man, bad damage. I gotta get better at trying to aim Lil Brim while also not taking damage, because I keep just firing randomly and only looking at Little Brim like he's the only one that can take damage on this run, not Eden here for us. But yeah, if you need items and you haven't been to your item room, don't be spending keys willy-nilly. Don't be, you know, you have to play tight. You have to keep things close to your chest as you need to. Like right now, we have plenty of keys to spend on this. We'll see what this is. A D6 is a a 6 dice room. D infinity rolls everything that we have on us, everything that is on the floor, and I don't remember, but it rerolls the whole run. I think we're gonna take it, honestly. This run it's fine. It's, you know, it's got some power to it. We're obviously not like hurting, but why not see what Chaos has for us here? Let's go. Okay, so we got a damage upgrade, but our tiers go way down. But we have triple shot, so that's not too bad. We have empty vessels, so if we can manage to get rid of one of our red heart containers, we're a lot happier right now. We got a second Guppy item. That is huge, because now we are only 1 item away from being Guppy. So you love that. More chest spawn here for us. We'll take great pills. Honestly, cannot complain even a little bit. Those pills worked gangbusters for us. We'll go for this. Never mind. We have Temple Art, so we break rocks by walking over them. So now we get to go to our shop, and that reroll was huge for us. Everything worked out pretty well. Like the only thing I'm complaining about is our speed, which is low. Our fire rate, sure, but you know, we have triple shots, so I can understand a low fire rate. That's fine. And Spectral Buddy. Spectral Buddy's not great at all, because he just doesn't do a whole lot. But it's not like he's a negative. He's just not a positive. So I would rather have a net neutral than a negative, like our speed. But that's because of Thunder Thighs or whatever that item's called, Double Art. I don't remember. I know that sounds quite insensitive to say these things, but they're just item names. I promise I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not being crass. It's just sometimes Isaac do be like that. And we have the blue map now, so we know for sure where our secret rooms are at all times, which is going to be nice. Not like vital, but it's nice. Guppy item? It's so hard. I'll take it. We know that Guppy's collar is a run maker for us. It saved us on the legendary, as I put it, episode 4. That episode, again, that's must watch Joe television. I keep getting hit here, and it is no good. I'm very sorry for that. This fight is very hard when you have no speed. And it's hard anyway. This fight has killed us before. So hey, look, we have speed. And also, this will work well with Dim Bulb. Dim Bulb does a very similar thing to what Vibrant Bulb did for us on a previous run, except in the opposite direction. So instead of having to have our items fully charged at all times for it to work, you have to have it spent. So it rewards you using your item rather than hanging on to it and never using it. And also, this item gives us flight. So it honestly, that was a big win for us to get this item. We have decent enough speed now. We're not great, but we're not we basically doubled our speed off of that item. So can't complain even a little bit. We will spend a bomb for the secret room here. And we get 2 more bombs out of it. So what we can do here is... I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to move the map. That's a problem. But on... Okay, there we go. So you can see in the way... If you look up at the mini-map there, which I'll make it bigger after this fight here. But if you look at it, so you see the oh, never mind, you can't. Oh, you can see it all the way down here in our items. If you look just below the eye there, but we'll keep it where it is. So if you look all the way in the mini map here in the bottom right corner, you can see our second secret room there. The second secret room is usually a very good like identifier for where the boss room is. And not every time is that true. Sometimes it's actually the opposite direction, but it's very rare that it is. And with us having that right there, I was just gonna say, usually, not always, but sometimes you can go to what's this? Another teleport. Doctor's remote is interesting. I'll show you what it does, but it's not something we want because of our terrible speed. But what I was gonna say is, if you go towards the boss room, a lot of times you'll end up finding at least the shop, and sometimes the item room and the shop, and then you can just get out of the floor quickly. But Doctor's remote, super good item. It's a 2-room charge, and it does this. It drops a friggin' series of 3 missiles that deal insane damage. But unfortunately, because of how bad our speed is, I have to take this speed upgrade. Now, I know that it doesn't look like we got a huge speed upgrade out of that because Dim Bulb came in huge, but Dim Bulb's going to work no matter what active item we have, as long as we're just using it. And we're likely to use our active item on bosses. Now, if we have a 1-room charge active item come up, I could be convinced to get rid of our speed and flight, which are admittedly 2 very good things that we need at all. We need speed, we don't need flight. But admittedly 2 very good things. We're second secret room here. I'm sorry for mumbling. We are going to go to the second secret room here, by the way. But speed is very vital on this run. Given that we don't have any without this item, it would have to be a really good one-room charge item. But again, I could be persuaded. Very much so could be. Balls of Steel Pill, love to see it. Second secret room, terrible. Does nothing for us. It has poop in it. That doesn't do anything. So we're going to come in here and we're going to immediately use our item because now we have a bunch of stat upgrades you'll love to see. Plus with these piercing shots, I didn't even mention that earlier when I mentioned all the benefits we got from rerolling. Piercing shots are huge on a boss that spawns and on rooms that have a lot of enemies in it. Plus we have, I think, no, we don't have spectral tears. But we're doing good. We're doing pretty good. We could use some upgrades here and there. Mr. Dolly coming in big. And again, we have our curse there. So we're gonna. So this is Book of Belial. You know how I feel about it. I absolutely love it. But we're gonna take this instead because I believe that it's not a speed upgrade. It makes pentagrams on it, but also it means that we're set to 1. Oh. Am I crazy? Am I thinking of the wrong item? The moon with the star. That's an item that I thought was Horror Babylon, which it is. So what does it do? When you have only a half a heart remaining or less. Okay. So we would have been better served to pick up the book to trigger Horror Babylon state because it gives us a big damage boost. But what we're hoping for now is like an arcade where we can play at Blood Bank, or well, we don't have enough money to spawn an arcade, so never mind. But something that'll let us drop a half red heart is basically what we're looking for. Something that costs red hearts to play, like a Demon Judgment. Maybe we can find a blood bank somewhere, but I'm not counting on it here. Pick up the key, blow up the guy. Alright. That's extremely worthwhile, as you can see. But we're going to move on, and if we can find the means to activate Horror Babylon, we would love to do that. It's the passive that Eve starts with, where her damage is terrible, but Horror Babylon makes it so that she's actually viable. And some people honestly put Eve up there as one of the most powerful characters in the game because of Horror Babylon. So it's a really powerful item. Don't let me fool you on that. But you gotta be able to activate it. So if I can find a way, if I can turn back time, if I could find a way. What was that, Celine Dion or Cher? I don't remember who. But if I can find a way to activate that, I certainly will be making use of it. Strength card, again, we're going to hope to try and save for Deal with the Devil, because we've been taking Deal with the Devil. We do not have Deal with the Angel chance at all, which is fine. We're doing dandy, hoping to become Guppy at some point. Nice, got another soul heart out of that. We'll give you 2 cents. I doubt it'll pay out with anything. Yeah, it didn't. We'll blow you up. Sorry. Look at that. Give us back 4. Why not? So our second secret room here, it's a fortune teller. It can be good, but you know, I'm not really looking to spend some time on a fortune teller right now. This room, kind of a pain. I don't like fat bats because they. All right, you know what? You've invoked my wrath. We're gonna take advantage of dim bulb here. Fat bats take too much damage without us having that damage upgrade, because we have, if 5 damage is effectively, we've received 1 damage upgrade from base stat. It's just, that's kind of where we're sitting. That's a good way you could really put it into reasoning for yourself. If you're like, well, 5 doesn't seem that bad. It's not. It's really not. I shouldn't complain too much. It's better than having 2 damage on this stage like we did several runs ago. But run number 4. That's the legendary run number 4. But we're definitely trying to find more ways to get damage. If we can find a way to take half a red heart of damage, because we can take half a heart of damage, no problem. But we need to take red heart damage, which is obviously the furthest back in our HP line, so you have to kind of finesse that into existence. If we can find a way to do that, then we'll be very happy. By the way, flight coming in huge on that room with us not taking any damage from creep because we're flying. Just absolutely love to see it. I shouldn't crush the skulls until we kill all the other enemies, because they can spawn the hosts, and hosts just take time to kill. And if you kill all the other enemies and the doors open, you can spawn hosts and it won't close the doors on you, so you don't have to worry about it. It saves a lot of pain. Got a heart there. Love to see demon hearts right now. And you love to see the battery charge, because it just means that we can use our, well, we did the funny house. We can use our active item, the pony, whatever it's called. Sorry, I don't remember. I have a lot of these items trapped in the steel trap that is my brain, but I don't have all of them memorized, and it shows sometimes. So I'm trying. I'm trying my best to keep the items ticking around in there. And if you have been watching, you've probably noticed that whenever I go into a room, I either know what an item does or know it by name and know what it does. Like, it's very rare that I'm like, I don't know what this does entirely. Now with trinkets, that's another story. There's a lot of trinkets in the game that I'm just like, oh. But there's a lot of others that I'm also like, yep, I totally know what that one does. It does blah blah blah. So don't even worry about it. Don't even sweat. Here's one that, like, it makes your tears go goofy. Check this out. Pretty wacky. But we're not keeping it. It's not good. Bobby Bomb. Terrible. Excuse me, Mr. Boom. It's a big bomb. But we don't want big bomb. It's just not what we're looking for right now. It's not. It doesn't have a slot on the team. This room, on the other hand, check this nonsense out. Oh, baby. Okay, so these are 2 damage multipliers. I love Cricket's Head and I love Steven, but one of them, the first one we take will be huge, and the second one won't be as huge. So we're going to take Steven first. Plus 1.26. You love to see that damage. And then you take Cricket's Head, and it's, oh, never mind, plus 3.99. Well, I thought those didn't work together. So I guess Steven is a static bonus. So Hookworm here doing another wacky zany thing, and it gives you a tier rate up, which is nice. But no, we just got a huge damage upgrade from that room. Like, I cannot believe how good our damage is now. And we're gonna I'm very sorry. I activated window mode. We're gonna give me a second. Full screen. There we go. We're back. I almost dropped a bomb on myself again. That'd be classic Joe. But I also accidentally entered window. So we're not gonna spend our last bomb. We're gonna spend a little bit of money here to reroll. Coupon is good, but it makes it so that an item would be free. Buddy in a box. I don't want Buddy in a box. Okay, we're spending our last bomb. I lied to you. We're just gonna take a bomb. and take a card. See what it says. Lovers. Terrible. So we're gonna move on. But no, sorry about that. I pressed. Okay, I just had a mini heart attack because I was like, oh, what, did my recording stop? It didn't. We're good. But I accidentally just must have pressed the wrong button. I must have pressed too high and hit a number that minimized the window. Basically it put me in peril for, you know, stopping the recording, so I'd have to edit editing. And then it also put me in peril because I almost dropped a bomb on myself. So we managed to get out of that. I'm sorry the screen went really weird. Very unprofessional, I know. I'm sorry, but it happens. We missed our charge there, but like, look at how crazy our stats are now when we use our spacebar item. Plus we have piercing shots, so just absolutely nutty damage. Plus another damage upgrade out of Sin robes there, so, or ceremonial robes. So we're very, 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 very happy with where we're at right now. This run, other than minor mishaps on technical difficulties, we're doing great. Plus we got an arcade to spawn because we have 5 cents, so there could be a blood bank in here, so we could, oh, bad damage, we could activate Horror Babylon. Check this out. So yep, Horrible Night for a Curse, so we got an extra 1.92 damage. It's not a lot, I know, but it's something. And we have a donation machine. We're gonna spend a little bit on the donation machine because we've been neglecting it recently to try and get items, and that's fine for your first runs. It's no problem, because your early runs just have to win. You have to just get the unlocks as quick as you can, and then eventually, yeah, you should start worrying about donation machine, which, oh, bad damage. It was, being fair, that was a shot that is very likely to hit. Ooh, okay, goat head. So that's a guarantee deal with the devil every floor. You love to see it. Leech. Actually, I don't love to see that, because Leech, unfortunately for us, would heal that half red heart, and we want to keep that. Book of Shadows. I love Book of Shadows. We're going to pick it up to try and inch closer to Bookworm, but we're going to pass on it because we need the speed upgrade again. We still need that. E. coli, no thank you. It causes enemies to turn to poop when they run into us, I think, or something. I'm hoping for more money or bombs to reroll it. If we get no other options, we will come back and pick it up, but I hope against hope that we can manage to not have to use that, because it's not a very good item. I want to try. Obviously, I don't need more good. Oh, bad damage. What are you doing, Joe? What are you doing? Taking one of those, though. I get heart. Oh, spend a key. Send a key up to the key gods. Oh, paralysis. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Can't move. Funny pill. Okay. Maybe don't stand directly in the way of damage. Maybe don't do that. Okay. You know what? I hate this room. I really do. But we got a bomb. We're gonna keep going. All right. Not that direction. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep trying to go through the floor, clear out as many rooms as possible before going back to the item room, just because we want to see if we can get more bombs or whatever have you, so we don't have to keep. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that. So it's fine. We'll go back and take some damage at that blood bank too. But we just basically, we don't want to have to, oh, we picked up a bomb, go back and re-roll it, and then it's another bad item, and we're like, all right, well, I guess we'll go look for more options. We'll exhaust all options finding things to re-roll for us before going back to the re-roll, because there's no point in us wasting all that time backtracking, going to and fro. Wait, there's a battery charge on the ground, right? Check this out. We're gonna do it. Get the stat upgrade, beat Polycephalus here, and then we'll go back for the battery charge, which we don't really need. We'll use the Hermit just to use it in case there was anything crazy in here, but I wasn't expecting there to be. We'll come back and pick up Strength, much better card. And again, we'll leave the battery charge for now, but when we backtrack all the way through the level, just in case we need it, we have a battery charge. We got plenty of stuff on the go for this floor. We just gotta wait for it to come around. But look at all these bombs we're getting. Honestly, 4 bombs is enough to say we could just turn around now, but I'm committed. I'm committed to exploring. I'm an adventurer. And we're just gonna keep going. Wheel of Fortune. Nah, thank you. Nah, thank you. It's the new no thank you, don't you know? But we're gonna keep moving on here. We're doing fine, keeping good pace. World card, we'll just use it. I don't want to really keep that with me. No reason to. But I didn't go to the. Well again. No, I'm a genius. In fact, my own idiocy almost blocked my genius. So we didn't go to the second secret room. You're right, and we haven't gone to the regular secret room. But that's because we're saving bombs to go re-roll that E. coli, which is just not a good item. it's just not. There's so many better items in the game. A common complaint a lot of people have about Isaac, and this is not coming from me. This is not my complaint. I agree with it, but that doesn't mean that I'm the one who is the genesis or origin of this complaint. But oh wait, no, we have golden keys, so we didn't waste keys. It's okay. But a common complaint is that deck of cards we'll use, but we don't need it, is that got a magician card. Pick this back up. Almost re-rolled without picking that up. A common complaint, Egghead, is that there are too many items that either are useless or do the same thing. This is a speed upgrade. We'll take it, because it means now that we can be a little bit more free to take a speed upgrade or a different active item in the future. But anyway, is that there's too many items in the game, especially items that do the same thing. And I can agree with that to some point. There are too many items, not good, that bloat the game by, like, oh, haha, get it? It's a joke. It's a reference. And that jokes and references are fine. YouTube probably wouldn't be a thing without them. But it's a situation where there's too many memes in this game, and too many things that are redundant. There's too many redundancy items that, while I understand because the item pool is so big, eventually you have to bake in those redundancies. I totally get it. It just sucks that the item pool has to have so many items in it that you're just like, great, another one of those. Like E. coli, I'll admit, is a unique effect. Ooh, very rare chance to get a soul heart out of those. I'll admit it's a unique effect, but it's not the kind of effect that like it needs to be in the game. Like, I think turning enemies to poop that are non-boss enemies, like, it's fine, but don't let them run into you. And sure, if you have an invincibility item, whatever, not a bad thing anymore. But another speed upgrade, you love to see it. Check out our deal with the devil here. Guppy item, we're Guppy. You love to see it, absolutely adore it. And so yeah, we turn into Guppy because we unlock Guppy's hairball. Guppy, easily the best transformation in the game, and honestly, we're gonna keep Guppy's head. So Guppy's head we're gonna take just because it lets us play dim bulb more, because it's a one-room charge, so we love that. Even though we're gonna lose flying, our speed is fine without it. And Guppy as a transformation, I don't think we've had this before, so this is a huge excitement. By the way, we won. Being Guppy, we fly as Guppy. So being Guppy, you fly. And every time you hit enemies, you have a chance to spawn flies. And it's not a low chance, it's a very high chance. So we'll show you a little bit of the power of Guppy here. And flies, as I mentioned before, do 2 times your damage stat per hit. And our damage stat is going to be 15 perpetually for the rest of the run. So look at how many flies we have. We are an absolute juggernaut now. And Infamy gives a chance to be completely invincible when you take damage. Just completely ignore the damage. If we lose this, revoke my gamer card. Entirely revoke it. We're going to spend the sun card quickly. Just get it out of the way. But yeah, revoke my ability to play games if I can't win this run, because we are so dominant now. All we got to do is just make our way to the boss room, and we're gonna stomp it. Like, we deal such unbelievable damage, and our flies are gonna deal even more damage. Like, this is a done deal. And on top of that, because we have, this is dangerous. These can sometimes blow up, so it's kind of risky to just walk through them like that. But we didn't mean to spend a bomb there, but sometimes he's got to sacrifice a bomb to the bomb lords. Because we have Goat Head, we are guaranteed to be able to go fight Satan as well. So that means that on Eden, we will have a Satan win under our belt super early, honestly, for what we're doing here. Because we are cruising through this post-it note series a lot faster than I did on my first run through as you know, on the Switch as just playing alone, like completely off camera and everything like that. Because I played this game in my off time. I've mentioned it before. I've been playing it on the Switch. I haven't completed the post notes, but I'm just unbelievably close to doing it on my Switch because I have. We'll play this a little bit. I've unlocked every character, and I've done. Ooh, get a nice payout. And I haven't done every post note, but I've done all of them except for Greed. Super Greed, excuse me. So Greed fights are something that we haven't done in this game, obviously. I just haven't we haven't made that adventure yet. I don't really like Greed mode, if I'm honest. It's interesting and different. I like that it's in the game. I just don't like playing it all the time. I like playing it sometimes. It's like cookies, it's a sometimes food. We are definitely gonna take this HP upgrade. And look at that. Look at that power. Plus we get another damage upgrade out of Cat of Nine Tails. We're gonna see what's in here. We could take the Mark, which is another damage upgrade, but wait, we have the Strength card. So honestly, I think we take Dark Bum, because Dark Bum can pick up red hearts that we don't need, and we'll eat them and give us soul hearts. So we're gonna risky again. We're gonna go back here and we're gonna pick up these red hearts for Dark Bum, and we'll move on. But yeah, I've unlocked every character and done everything except for the Super Greed fights. I've done Greed fights with everyone except for the Lost, because the Lost is very hard. The Lost is a character who, I've mentioned it before, if they take any damage at all, they die, guaranteed. And that's it. But after you play with them for a while and unlock some stuff, it gets to the point where, okay, well, they don't die right away. They have an item that makes it so that they can take one hit per room, which is, yeah, it's an upgrade, but not a huge one. You know, it's not a super notable upgrade. I just got kind of lazy there and decided to walk through all those. But it helps. It makes it so that runs go from seeming impossible to, okay, it's not the, oh, we lost some damage there. We took a HP upgrade, but it's okay. We'll make do. We're Guppy. I'm not that afraid. But it's very hard, and playing the Greed mode, we'll get into that later on here. But D6 and D20, yeah, we'll take it just to reload this. All right, it's worth it. Happens. But it's just a harder game mode, especially with a character who can't take any real damage, because what Greed mode does is you fight wave after wave after wave in this room. I think it's like 10 waves. Screw it. We'll take on this fight. With how much damage we deal, would be cowards not to. Just to show off right here. We're styling on them. It's free real estate, honestly, free money. But anyway. You take on, like I said, I think it's 10 waves of standard enemies, and then it gives you a break. And there's a shop you can go to, and each floor has an item room, and then it has a curse room every time as well. Until you get to certain levels, then it stops spawning item rooms, but kind of like the womb, but it minutia on that front. So every floor, or every time you have to go, you fight this rush of progressively spawning enemies. They're just standard enemies, and then you can fight a boss, and then you can leave that floor if you so choose, or you can fight a double boss fight, like where it's 2 boss spawns at the same time. Just look at this. And then if you fight the double boss fight where it's the 2 bosses at the same time, then what you unlock is a deal, either angel or devil, depending on how you play. Got a couple unlocks here. Coat hanger is pretty good, but the issue comes in where you, as the Lost, you can get hit once per room, yes, but you have to leave the room for that to reset. And when you're doing these fights, it doesn't count that a new wave spawns. You literally have to leave that room you were in. So when you're doing this fight as the Lost, it's very tricky, because you have to fight a lot of things back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Now, you can step on this button taking damage to do so, mind you. So if you've already taken damage, it kills you. But you can use the invincibility frames you have to kind of cheese it if you want. But you can use the button to pause the floor you're in, which is a big help, I'll admit. But it's not enough. It's too hard. And Balls of Steel, you'll have to see it. We're at full HP going into the Satan fight. But it's such a nightmare that I will get to it when we get to it. We'll start doing challenge runs on here too, I'm sure. But just not right now. Right now we're still getting our bearings. We're still getting used to playing Isaac, and you know, once I feel confident at playing regular Isaac, like we're really clearing it out, then we'll get around to unlocking characters like the Lost, like the Forgotten, who is very, very hard to unlock, because you have to do a bunch of stuff, and then we'll get around to. By the way, we just crushed Satan right there, not even a doubt, and that's the power of Guppy. But well, excuse me, it's very loud. Yeah, we can skip that. That's very loud. So we unlock the Book of Secrets and the Ace of Clubs, which is like the Ace of Diamonds, Ace of Spades, Ace of I thought we had Ace of Clubs. Oh, it's Ace of Spades. Duh. It's like all of the other aces, except instead of doubling anything you have, it turns all of the consumables that are on the ground into cards, I believe. I think that's what that one does. But maybe Ace of Spades is the one that doubles your keys. I don't remember. Who cares? We crushed that run, but all I was saying is that we'll start unlocking characters. The Forgotten is extremely hard to unlock because it's a challenge run in and of itself, and to unlock it I have to play on normal because it spawns less champions and it's easier. The rooms are easier. But yeah, that we crushed that run, and it was still a 40-minute episode. So that tells you how long you can expect it to be. Although we struggled a little bit in the last episode, we still made it to about 40 minutes, so it's not a huge difference in time. But if we had gotten Guppy earlier, that would be a whole different story. But yeah, Guppy is the absolute savior of this run. We will be probably... I haven't named this episode yet because I don't name them until I upload them and schedule them, but this one will probably be called Guppy or something similar. I don't remember a lot of what happened earlier in the run, but I definitely remember Guppy. So it'll probably be something along those lines. But if you stuck around for the whole 42 minutes we've been doing this, please be sure to leave a like. You know, I'm sure you like the video if you watch the whole thing. So I would love to see a like on it, just to know that you're enjoying it and want to see more. If you do want to see more, be sure to subscribe. I'm publishing new videos daily, still doing it, still on that train. Again, I don't know if that'll last forever with college around the corner, but I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping I can keep doing this for fun, because it only takes about 2 hours out of my free time here and there, because this is the last episode I'm going to record in this session. So the next time I come back to this, I probably won't remember what we did, and I'll probably need a refresher, and I'll probably have to watch the video and be like, oh yeah, we got Guppy and crushed it. And next video will probably be a massive disappointment, because it's really rare to get Guppy 2 runs in a row. It's really rare to get Guppy, period. So if we get Guppy again, boy, I tell ya. But yeah, so this is the last one I'm recording in this session. So expect me to be fresh the next time you hear Isaac from me, or Nuzlocke, because not Nuzlocke, because Nuzlocke I'm doing cantered from the series, and Nuzlocke I have up until episode 7 right now. So when you hear Nuzlocke again after this, it might be the last episode in that session too, but I don't know. We'll see. But the next time you hear Isaac, for sure, it'll be fresh Kyle. Fresh Joe. Kyle's the only name we use when we do real bad. But yeah, you'll get fresh Joe out of me, and we'll be back. Be sure to follow our show at Most Folks on Twitter if you have anything you want to bring up there too. But we'll see you next time. We'll be Joe, I promise. See you then.